Hey guys, this is April from Big Blue Dog Soaps again, and today we're going to do one of kind of the necessary evils. It's okay, I'm not a big fan of it, but we're going to do packaging, shrink wrap packaging my soap today. So I thought while I'm got the video camera out, I might as well share the little tips and tricks that I know that I've learned along the way. Maybe it'll help you. So I've got, and everything I've purchased is on Amazon, everything. So these are just little shrink wrap bags. I think these are 4x6. I always get them a little bit bigger, that way, you know, I can trim them down as much as I need to. You know, I don't have specific sizes of soap. I make all different kinds. So I like to just keep it variable, that way, you know, I'm not buying 40 different kinds. You know, that's just less overhead I have to pay. So this is my impulse sealer. I believe it's an 8-inch or 10-inch. I believe it's an 8, because I didn't really plan on doing anything huge. You know, I wanted something small to start out with. This is very durable, solid. It's going to last me a long time. You know, if I decide to upgrade, I'll probably get one of those national shrink wrap systems where you just push the thing down and it's all nice. I haven't got that type of market yet, but if I do, I'll upgrade eventually. But this completely serves the purposes that I need. It's durable and quick and simple and very cheap. Just look up Heat Impulse Sealer on Amazon. I think I got mine for less than 30 bucks. And it's hard to get cheaper than that unless you just go with no packaging. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's see. Oh, and here's my heat gun. This was actually Kurt's, and it's meant for paint. It's very, very high heat. But the thing I like about it is it's got variable settings. A lot of the heat guns out there have one setting, and it's usually, you know, metal to the pedal. It's so hot that it busts your seams like super, super fast. So I've learned that the variable heat gives you a little bit of playing room when you're just starting out. You know, you kind of get the rhythm of it, and you know how long it's going to take, you know, to do each one correctly without busting seams. You know, a busted seam's not that big of a deal if it's not huge. You know, it gives it space for your customers to smell the soaps and everything, but it's not such a big deal. Just mainly a cosmetic thing, you know, and it protects. You know, that's what the plastic's there for, is to protect your soap. So, you know, I always start with a clean surface. I generally just use my good old handy dandy freezer paper. You know, I just roll it out. I use it for all my projects. Easy cleanup. You know, it's not terrible for the environment. So let's go ahead and get started. Probably going to speed up through this process. I'll stop and I'll do one complete just to kind of show you the process, and then you can kind of see my rhythm and how I do it. You know, maybe you can pick up your own routine, how it suits you best. But, you know, this will give you a starting ground to start off of. So and I do always try to keep, when I'm packaging, I always try to keep the soaps in one direction. That way, you know, it all just looks nice. You know, these are my tops, so I always keep them in the same direction. That way I don't get confused and have to flip them around and have the labels upside down and all that. Just try to keep them, it's just a quicker process and it looks nicer, you know, on the table. And what I do is when I put the soap in there, I put it as far in the corner as possible on one side. That way that less much less cleanup. You know, I'm just having to impulse two sides. You know, ideally you have one that just fits it, you know, and it's just all perfect. I don't do that because I just don't have the money for all that, so I just buy what fits. Okay. Make sure this dude's on. And what I do, when I put it in the impulse sealer, I put it in, completely lift this up, because you don't want it bunching, you don't want it, you know, puckering or pin tucking the plastic, because it's not as clean looking. So lift it completely up, put it down as far against the soap as you can, and then when I pull it off, I'll leave this down and pull the soap away, because for some reason I found that makes the seal much more clean. It doesn't stick and I don't have to cut it off. So I'll show you what I mean. Put it right up against the soap, let it pulse, and then when I pull it off, with using the weight of the bar of soap. So when it pulls off much more cleanly. I'll show you that again. And I've got it all the way up on high, just so you know. So I'll pulse it, and then when the light goes off, I'll use the weight of the soap and I'll pull it off manually. And just pull. And that comes off much more cleanly. And like I said, I stack everything the same way. Again, I'm putting it in the far corner. No room on this side, all the extra room on this side. I'll do the top first to make a seal. Just push down till it seals, then pull it away. A nice clean seal. And then I'll do the same for this edge. Pull away. And there you go. And I'll just speed up the rest of the process here, so I don't bore you to death. Okay, now that I've got them all shrink wrapped, I mean, they're not perfect, but once we seal them with the heat gun, it's going to make a nice seal. So they're not going to be perfect, but they'll be covered and they'll look nice. So, and they'll be protected. So what I'm going to do, and this technique I learned from Ariane Arsenal over at La Fille de la Mer. I believe that's how she pronounces it. She's absolutely got this soaping packaging down to a science. I highly encourage you to watch her channel. She's awesome. I've learned so much from her. But anyway, she does all of hers. She'll do the corners first. She'll take the heat gun and do all the corners. Up and down, and then she'll turn it around and do all the corners on that side. And then she'll take and she'll do the sides. Same order, she'll turn it around and do the sides. And then she'll spread them all flat. Well, she holds hers and does it. She'll flip one side, do the top, and then do the back. My hands get too hot for that, and I don't like wearing the gloves, so I just spread them out. I can do it just as fast that way. So, I'll show you what I mean. And this is where the adjustable heat gun comes in really handy, because I turn it up on a second notch. That way I'm not having to put it right on. I can hold it back at an angle, and the heat will be concentrated enough where it won't bust the seams. Generally speaking, I still get a few, but we'll see how it goes. And always be conservative when you use this. Just go up all the corners. You can always go back and hit those little sharp edges. Now I'm going to go back around and do the sides. Not too tight. And be wary of these corners, because they can be really sharp. But it's no big deal. You just go over it again and press it down. See how it's tightening those seams up? Making it really nice and clean. Okay, so now I'm just going to lay them all flat. With plenty of room in between for air circulation to get through. And lightly go over the top in small increments, and then I can go back and adjust. and you'll see it tightening up to get just where you need it to be. Remember, you've still got the other side to go, so be conservative. Now we're just going to flip those over. And you can kind of feel if they're a little loose. You'll get a feel of how tight you like them. If you like them super tight, or if you like it just a little give. All right, there we go. Seems pretty painless, right? Wasn't too hard, and we've got some nice looking soap here. Cleanly packaged. Ready for some Big Blue Dog soap labels, and be ready for the basket for the markets and for my Etsy shop. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you guys out there have gotten some tips and tricks, and if you like it, please hit like and subscribe for more video updates. I'll have many more videos to show you, and we'll see you for the next video. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.